What if I actually told you that the reason why you're not succeeding is because you're not lazy? Because you're actually delaying that one thing that can actually change your life. There are two categories of people in this world. The first category are those who really put the pressure on themselves in order to perform at high level, while the second category are always people that wait to be pushed, supervised, or even motivated before they can get anything done. The question now is, which category do you fall into? A rich person and a poor person have just one thing in common, which is 24 hours. But guess what? One actually achieves extraordinary results while the other person don't. Now, what's the difference? Let's talk about it. Every dream dies the moment you say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Guess what? Even if I have to add 3 hours to the 24 hours in a day to do something, the truth is you still not get that thing done, because procrastination is not about not doing anything. No, you are doing something, just that you are doing the wrong thing at the right time. We all know, me and you know, that most of the time when we don't tend to get things done is because we are always on our phone. See, let your phone be your servant and not your master. I'm not saying that technology is not good, no, but the most important thing is let it help you and not hinder you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 21 ways on how to get rid of procrastination and also get more done in less minutes. If you're ready, let's head over to the material today. So in my previous video, I talked about 10 of them, which included, so I'm going to be putting on the, is it here or here? Here. So you're going to, if you have not watched it, please do well to go back to the video and watch the first 10. In this video, I'm going to be putting out the remaining 11. And trust me, every bit of this video is what you don't want to miss, because there is a lot to learn from it. Don't forget, my name is Okoye Kasi. In this channel, I share my thoughts on books I've read. I also encourage you to read and stick to this channel, and also don't forget to subscribe. So the first skill for today is upgrade your key skills. And the words of Mandela, he said, the only certain means of success is to render more and better services to whatever task that you are given to do. One of the things that happens to us, or to me especially, is when I'm not good at something, I lose interest in it. I don't want to continue. I remember when I started my YouTube channel, I was still learning how to do some editing. I didn't have a very good camera, at least this is actually better than that one. A lot of things, and the way people talk, I didn't even know how to place my face on the camera. Sometimes when I finish listening to shooting some videos and the editing things and all, I would just be tired. At the point I felt like giving up. Why? Because I wasn't really good at what I was doing. So what I did was I had to go back and start watching people's video and doing a lot of things that we are doing. And you know it, I became at least better to a certain part, and it made me, anytime I want to shoot video, I want to shoot because I want to put in what I've learned from that place. So what you're trying to tell us is that we have to get to that point that we always upgrade our skills. We know things that we are good at doing. The moment you stop striving to get better, you are bound to become worse. Everything in this world is learnable. The only thing is for you to settle down, discipline yourself and say, I'm going to learn this. And finally, there is no limit to learning. The only limit to learning is the limit that you place in your own mind. Now, there are 3 ways on how to master a new skill. Number 1, always spend at least 1 to 2 hours studying or reading everything based on your field. Second one is always attend seminars, workshops, places, seminars and workshops or meetings that can help you to harness that skill. Finally, listen to audio programs of people that are doing well in that field. So the second one we're going to be looking at today is leverage your special talents. The reason why a lot of us sometimes when it comes to procrastination is because we tend to do something that we are not even good at. What do I mean? When you see other people working, doing something, and have something that you are good at, but you feel like, oh, these ones are getting more attention. You want to go and start doing like them. Thereby, before you know it, 1 or 2 days, you become tired and you just start and you just want to switch to another thing because it's not exciting to you. One of the questions you are going to ask yourself, if it requires even pausing this video to ask yourself, please do, because it's very important. What is it? What is it that you do that gets you the most compliments and praise from other people? Number 2, what are you good at and that you can exceptionally do well that others find very difficult? If it requires you pausing this video and thinking about it, because the answers is going to help you a lot. I learned from a successful woman the act of playing on my strengths. What do I mean? The things I'm good at, I go all out for it. I put all my best and I make sure I'm the best in it. The things that sometimes I feel like I'm not really strong in that area, I tend to give it out to people that can do better in it. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't, some of my weaknesses, I shouldn't work in it. It applies to some places. And when it comes to skill, you can develop skills that you wish to develop, but make sure that the one that is your talent, the one that when you do, people just stand there like, make sure that you always leverage it. Make sure that you always work on it. Make sure that nobody beats you in that field. I remember when I was reading Bishop Oyedepo's book, and if you listen to him very well, he always says it. He said that when he was starting a full-time ministry, when God called him to a full-time ministry, he made a vow that nobody, no pastor in part-time would be better than him. He didn't go out sleep and he put in the best. He did everything possible, and also with the grace of God, it helped him to this point that he is. So I'm trying to say is that your skill, your talent is your earning ability. You might lose everything. You might lose your money. You might lose your houses. You might lose everything. But you still have that earning ability. You can't be poor. Why? Because it is in you and can still be used to replenish whatever that has been lost. That leads us to the third way on how to get more done in less minutes. It says identify your key constraints. There are always limiting forces or constraints that set the speed of your progress, whether it's for good or for bad. What are constraints? Constraints are limits or restriction of things that makes it difficult for you to do something. One question or two or three questions you're going to be asking yourself is, number one, what is always holding you back from doing something? Number two, what sets the speed at which you achieve your goals? The third one is, what determines how fast or slow that you move? And one thing I would like to also chip in is sincerity is very important, because a lot of times why people actually don't get the real result is because they lie to themselves, or maybe they lie to whoever that they want to go and speak to. If you can able to identify yourself, you can identify the problem, then you can apply the right medication. Just imagine that anytime I want to complete a task, I want to do something, and a friend always calls me. Yeah, before you know it, I talk with the person for like 3 hours, 2 hours. I'm now trying to prove myself to know what is actually the problem. I said, oh, sleeping is this one. If I'm trying to solve the problem of sleeping, the friend problem has not been solved. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. That always the problem that whenever you want to do something, that thing tends to hold you back. Start working on it. Concentrate are not just one, they're not two. The only thing is you solve the one after the other. After solving the first one, you can actually switch to another. Because as time goes on, so far you're in this world, there is always one thing that's always catching up with our attention. So one of the things we're going to be doing now is pause this video and ask yourself, what is that one thing that is stopping me from reaching my goal this year? If you can identify it, then you can actually look for the right prescription on how to get rid of it. So the third one for today is put the pressure on yourself. And I could say this is like best, because I really loved everything the writer said in this book. There are two categories of people in this world. The first category are those who continually put the pressure on themselves in order to perform at high level, while the second category are always people that wait to be pushed, supervised, or even motivated before they can get anything done. The question now is, which category do you fall into? Category A or category B? One of the things, one of the successful people habit that I try to adopt is the ability to work without supervision. In ability to work without anybody trying to monitor me or say do this or do that. And I put the pressure on myself. So doing do that, say that is the last thing you would ever do. In short, let the last thing you always do be better than the previous. Let it be nothing compared to it. Set your standards so high, higher than even what other people can even set for you. And look for ways to get better. Be your own cheerleader. Always put imaginary deadline to yourself. It raise the bar so high that people are trying to catch up with you. Sometimes when you put in a task, a big task, and you're able to achieve it, you tend to like yourself better. Next one for today is maximize your personal powers. One of the potential ways or practical way to remain productive is to maintain a good physical, mental, and emotional life, because a lot of times we tend to neglect all those things and want to function at our best. No, we can't, because your body is practically a human being. There is blood flowing. It's not a computer. Even computer sometimes when it's overheated, it tends to shut down. So when best do you function well? Is it in the morning? Is it in the afternoon? Is it in the night? Because the reason why we procrastinate is because we tend to get things done, especially when we are tired, or maybe when we are in our lowest level. We don't want to start doing something. You see that it will not work because you just do it 5 or 10 minutes and you become so tired. I'm going to be showing you 3 things you are going to consider in order to put your body in a very good state for you to start up anything. Number one is to Always get enough rest when necessary. Get enough rest. Your rest can be sleeping, your rest can be vacation, your rest can be talking with your friend. You know, some things that when you finish doing, you just get energized to do something. Mine is whenever I finish sleeping in the night and I wake up in the morning, I have a 5:30 to 7 o'clock routine that I follow every morning. I have a video on it. I'm going to put it out here for you to actually watch. Any day I don't follow that routine, just know that the rest of my day is going to be hell. And the second one is eat, please. It is very necessary. You don't want to be going to work by 7 o'clock and you're starting with a gari or pounded yam. How would you even function? Right? So I'll tell myself I want to stay awake in the night. I'm going to eat pounded yam and egusi soup. The only place I can function is in my dreamland because the moment I open that book or I start that thing, obviously I'll be tired. I'll sleep. I will just sleep off. One of the things I have to do is know how to eat well. The last one is exercise. Exercise is one thing I'm trying to learn how to do. Exercise is very important. There is this kind of energy and this kind of alive. Exercise makes us to feel, especially when you finish working out in the morning, finish your morning routine and all that, and you start off your day, you feel so energized to do something. The next one for today is motivate yourself into action. That one is almost the same thing like putting pressure in yourself, like be your own cheerleader and always learn how to walk alone. You mustn't have to go for people for sympathy because the truth is some people don't even care. Even people that look like they care, they even like that you are in that particular situation. Doesn't mean that you should die in silence. For you to talk to somebody that is trusted whenever you are passing through something, please do. Also be an optimistic person because there are 4 ways we can actually know if we are optimistic in whatever thing you're doing. Number 1 is when you're always seeking good in every situation. Number 2, when you're always seeking valuable lessons from setback. You always seek for solution to problem. Finally, when you're always talking about your goals and your ideas. So now the question is, am I an optimistic person or am I a pessimistic person? You have the choice to make and you have to let us know in the comments. The next one is get out of the technology time sink. See, if I start this conversation, it's just another video on its own, like not even going to end. The truth is 98% of the reason why people actually procrastinate is because of what? Can let me know in the comment section because you already know what I want to say. They spend their time on technology, on social media, on their phone, on their television. In short, the remaining 2% is people that just sleep or maybe spend their time going for parties and all that. We all know, me and you know, that most of the time when we don't tend to get things done is because we are always on our phone. Let your phone be your servant and not your master. I'm not saying that technology is not good, but the most important thing is let it help you and not hinder you. Now you have to choose which category do you want to fall into. Does it have power over you or you have power over it? Because sometimes we won't wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is to get your phone. You have not even checked if you can walk. The purpose of technology, according to Brian, is to make your life smoother and easier and to create confusion, complexity, and stress. I got to that point that for weeks, for months, I can delete Instagram, delete WhatsApp, delete all those things for my mental stability. And for me, and you guess what, when you do that, you actually tend to function very well because now you're not even concerned. And you're like, okay, how would I even know what is the recent news or the updates on what is happening in the country? Guess what? You would always know. Today, take out time, switch off your phone, switch it off here, just keep it to one side. Try to reflect on your life. You'll be amazed at some things that you yourself, you don't even know that you have. Slice and dice the task. I so much love this method. The major reason why sometimes we procrastinate, if you tell ourselves the truth, is because we have so much big things in front of us. They are important, but they are very, very big. One of the things that Brian Tracy did here was he introduced 2 methods, the salami slice method and the Swiss cheese method. I tend to realize that I even function very well with the salami slice method. The salami slice method is when you have big tasks and you lay it out in details, then you take it slice by slice. For example, when I was reading Gloria Copeland's book, she talked about finishing the gospel, like the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts in 1 month, 3 times. When I came across, I was like, God, is it possible for me to do this? Just recall this salami slice method, which is I have to break it down in how many chapters I'm going to be studying in a day. But that's 1 month. If I have to finish this thing 3 times, in every day I'll be studying 12 chapters. Now in that day for 12 chapters, I might not really complete the whole 12 chapters straight. What do? I have to differentiate it in the morning, afternoon, and night. So in the morning I studied like 4 chapters, in the afternoon I studied like 4 chapters, then in the night. That is a big task, but I have breaking it down into slices that it can help me to function. And guess what? I'm in my day 3. I've not missed out in anyone. But if I have just the whole thing, I'll just wake up, I'll just that before you know that you cannot actually complete it. The second one is the Swiss cheese method. The Swiss cheese method it involves working with timing. Maybe you tell yourself from this time to this time, you want to work 1 hour in a day. You just say 15 minutes, I'm going to do this. 30 minutes in the afternoon, I'm going to do this. Then in the evening, maybe 20 minutes, I'm going. That it will help you a lot in getting some things achieved. So the most important thing is for you to discipline yourself, not only to start, but to finish. And the next ways on how to get things done is create a large chunk of time. This is like the opposite of the Swiss cheese method, because the Swiss cheese method is you create out a smaller time, maybe 5 to 15 minutes. But this one now is like you create a chunk of time. Maybe you said you are going to work 3 hours today. And you lock yourself in a room and say, no matter what, I'm not coming out till after these 3 hours. That is like creating a chunk of time every day. You schedule it for whatever thing you want to do. We actually introduce that can help us in working at chunk of time is the gift of time. What is the gift of time? The gift of time are always our transition times. Maybe that 45 minutes flight, that 30 minutes drive. Sometimes it's just like a free time we have. You can actually maximize it. So the next one is develop a sense of urgency in everything. So there is no always perfect time. Always adopt a do it now habit. When you see an opportunity or a problem or any action, ride on it immediately. If you are given anything to do, take up on that task quickly and respond fast as possible. Because the moment you start saying, oh, I still have time, you realize that you don't even have time. Because by the time you want to get that thing done, you now have less time. And number 2, the work is not going to be done perfectly. And number 3, you're going to exhaust yourself a lot. Final goes to the single handle every task. See, develop self-discipline. Without self-discipline, all this thing we are saying is rubbish show. Forget this thing I'm talking about. Without self-discipline, you can't achieve anything. It's the ability to make yourself do what you should do when you should do them, and not when you feel like or not. Imagine that all these things I've said from my previous video up to now, that you at least get 5 out of these ways on how to get rid of procrastination. Trust me, I've been putting some of them to practice, and I know where within the space of 1 month, I know what I've accomplished. Is it 1 month, 2 weeks? I know what I've accomplished better than January to July. Trust me, be so proud of whoever you are going to become by the end of this month, end of this year. I hope this video blessed you. And I hope that you actually something stood out for you. Now this is the time for you to let me know in the comment section what are the ways that you are going to be practicing, you're going to be adopting, and you're going to start practicing and putting the practice. Or maybe if you watch my previous videos, what are the things that you already started doing? I know that I'm going to be seeing you in my entire new video. I don't know what we're going to be doing next, but whatever it is, I hope to see you there. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to get to other viewers, and so share with your friends that you feel that they are also passing through this process of having this problem. Share it to them. And